Here's exactly what I'm eating on a carnivore diet. No plants, just meat. And honestly, it's way simpler than you think. First thing I noticed, I naturally dropped to just 2 big meals a day. This is super common in carnivore because the protein and the fat keeps you full for hours. There's no constant snacking in here because, well, there's not that many options to snack on. Breakfast is my biggest meal, which has about 1,000 calories, and I start with about 4 ounces of steak, which is usually leftover skirt steak from dinner, which is my favorite cut. Cooked with 4 eggs, a couple of slices of nitrate-free bacon. I add about a tablespoon of butter for extra fat, an ounce of cheese, and here's my secret weapon, half an ounce of crushed pork rinds on top of the eggs. That's a game changer there. Now I'm getting my meat from this company called Force of Nature. They've been sponsoring this experiment pretty much, and this is the best quality meat I've had since I was in Argentina. Huge difference. Now I know coffee isn't technically carnivore, but I'm keeping it with a tablespoon of cream, a couple of cups a day. Dinner is where I mix it up. Sometimes it's a surf and turf type of deal, like last night I had 6 ounces of baked salmon with hanger steak. Other night is chicken thighs or a burger with cheese. The key thing is to keeping things simple but satisfying. I'm not complicating myself with too many recipes, well, because there's not that many to be honest. And just quality meats cooked well, which I'm learning a lot on how to cook meats the right way. Now, one non-negotiable is I do electrolytes. Specifically, I use LMNT. I do a couple packets daily because you lose so much sodium and potassium on carnivore. Now I started with the flavor ones, but I switched to the unflavored to just stay strict. I have one confession to make though. I do make pork rind cereal, which contains melted butter and then cinnamon, vanilla extract, and a tiny bit of stevia. And I poured over pork rinds with some cream and water to make it milk-like. Is it perfectly carnivore? Probably not. It's delicious, absolutely. And it sounds gross. You need to try it if you haven't. It's about 400 calories. Now, I am tracking calories and protein and keeping it very rigorous because this is an experiment, so I need accurate data. So this adds up to about 2,000 calories and 170 to 185 grams of protein daily, which I'm measuring to compare against my previous Whole Foods phase, which I was consuming about the same. But here's the thing, even though I'm counting for science, I'm not obsessing. I eat when I'm hungry, stop when I'm full, and the numbers just happen to work out for the most part. The tracking is purely for the experiment to see how carnivore compares to Whole Foods with the same calories and protein. What questions do you have about this? I'm an open book. Drop them below and make sure you hit and follow if you want to find out exactly what happens as I continue to go through this experiment.